As industries all around the world come to a standstill, the beauty pageant industry in Trinidad and Tobago has found a way to keep going. That's right. The Miss Supranational Trinidad and Tobago franchise has been able to host virtual casting calls in attempt to prepare for the 2020 edition of the international pageant. Just a little background history, Miss Supranational is actually a pageant based in Poland, and it started in 2009. Now they have contestants from roughly 80 countries around the world that vie for the coveted title of Miss Supranational. It's among one of the most prestigious shows in the world. And joining us today via Skype, we have franchise director Stephen Jones. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so very much for having me, ladies.
Thank you for joining us, taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today.
You're welcome.
But tell us, what exactly was the selection process like? I'm intrigued by that.
I am actually intrigued by it as well, because, you know, usually we need to have the girls come in, and I know what a process looks like, right? But I don't know what a virtual process looks like. So just walk us through a bit on how selection actually went.
Sure. Well, no different from the traditional type of casting. This year, actually, we started before the advent of COVID. So the invitation to young women across Trinidad and Tobago was actually already public, inviting them to pre-screen. So for us, we do a pre-screening process where the hopeful, she sends in to us by way of email her documents and application form, cover letter, etc. We get a chance as a national executive to look over those documents, and then we invite you to an online interview. That online interview would have actually happened in a real-time facility. So we were actually at Queen's Hall last year for the open national screening to be able to facilitate not only the girls who applied virtually, but for the walk-ins. And you know the language of the walk-ins, because you literally hear about it on the day, and you jump off a maxi and you run down to the venue.
And that happens to a lot of girls. I've actually been to casting calls where girls just heard about it mere hour ago, half an hour. They've got their makeup on, they grabbed their high heels and they came in.
That's right. And it's a beautiful thing when you meet those type of delegates. The unexpected one. Even the ones who did not come with their high heel and their face beat, as we say. And that actually works in your favor, because we get an opportunity just to meet the raw, real, uninhibited person before you, you know. But in any case, this year we invited them, so the screening process took place virtually. Last year was our first year as a national franchise working as a team, even though we had had a representation 3 times before for this pageant. And I say that to kind of give you some context, because a lot of the work we've been doing is also a national sensitization of the brand.
And I must say that you've been doing an amazing job at that, because prior to you getting the franchise, I actually didn't know about the Miss Supranational pageant, and I was made very aware very aware last year when you actually got the franchise. So I must say you're doing an amazing job when it comes to sensitization of the Miss Supranational pageant here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you. Well, a man is as good as his team. I would not be able to be the face and the voice of Supra had it not been for a very skillful team working with us. So kudos to them as well.
Yeah. But how has the coronavirus affected the way that you train your delegates?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, in every dark cloud, there is that silver lining, as cliche as that sounds. We see this, and I want to introduce you to a language that we use at Supra. This is for us an extended retreat. Because for us, our focus is very process-oriented. Kim, you would understand the language of pageantry. You know, it's almost, it's very schedule-oriented, and it's very clear-cut.
It is.
Eliminate, and then, because you're really looking for that one girl who you can get ready to go to the international phase. But for us, Corona she didn't win, and she will not win. And it's because we believe in an integrated approach for the entire cohort, not just for the one who looks or sounds like she's going to be ready. Because we are looking for young women who are willing to go to another level in their lives.
Yeah, right.
And so our program is built to help them on a journey of personal self-discovery. And because of that, we have implemented a human and social development aspect to the training. So on top of the usual hair and beauty and walking and all of that, you're also doing work where you develop your business brand. So we also have a Super Boss segment where our team of facilitators from Arthur Lockjack, they actually help every delegate to envision and to work toward actually having a concrete, whether it's a business plan, an elevator pitch, or some form of charity, just like Miss Wood would have Beats with a Purpose.
Yeah.
And it's because we want our young women to start seeing pageantry as an opportunity for them to take their lives very seriously.
Yes.
It's not just about a crown and a sash.
Yes, it isn't.
And it's hard work.
It's hard work. And you know, I always say we take the athletes very seriously, but we don't take the beauty pageant queens seriously. And we work really hard. We work really hard.
People aren't privy to what goes on behind the scenes, so they think it's just you get up on a
glitz
stage,
and glam. That's what they think it is.
Makeup, the hair, the pretty dress, and whatever, but they don't understand the hours of training and you know,
it's sometimes a lot of tears go into it, man. Oh my gosh, it's hard.
Yeah, but Renata, you talk about something very important there, because I heard it for the first time very actively on the night of our coronation 2019. You hear the audience screaming for, of course, their favorite, right?
Yes.
But you also hear the active voice of disappointment when a particular delegate who presents herself well on stage on the final night, she wears a beautiful dress, she has a great poise, a good strut, but she doesn't make the final cut.
Yeah.
And of course, there is that big elephant in the room. Well, you know, how? How did you not? Well, we are looking for coursework. We are looking at your body of work from the day you apply to the day that you are on that final night.
Yes. And I think that a lot of times that is the confusion that happens after coronation. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, how did she? Wow, how did she even? Not knowing that, you know, the marking system includes points from weeks before sometimes. And a lot of times people don't understand that. And I think in Trinidad we really need to stop bashing the girls that win, man.
Yeah, give them a chance. Give them a chance.
Yes.
Correct.
And we've also allowed, if I may share this, we've also allowed not only for our different panels of adjudicators to score, but we, the executive, receive feedback from all of our facilitators, from every go-see you go to. So if you have to go to a sponsor to do a fitting or a photo shoot or an ad for television, we need to get feedback from you. Was this girl someone who was punctual? Was she easy to work with? Was she polite? Does she have a spirit about her? Is she someone that you are willing to hire? Because the truth is, that's the world post-coronation that you're going to get into if you're so desirous.
Yes.
So
and
people must want to like you. They must want to work with you.
Yes. But, you know, on the topic of coronation, can we expect to see a show? Because
your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, I would love to see a show. I don't know how we're doing that virtually, though I'm not sure how that one would work out.
But I mean, it'll probably be a first.
You never know, right?
Yeah, you know what, but I'll tell you something. We are thinking along the lines of virtual reality. I mean, all of those major reality shows are doing it now.
Yes.
But to be able to do that, we need to have support, we need to have infrastructure. You very well know, to be able to do something online, you need to have sponsored segments and all of that goes into television production. It's not impossible. I will not I can't say much more because we're kind of hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
We're waiting on word from our international directors to see if the pageant is going to happen this year. But whether or not it happens this year or early next year, we're still to find that out. The process will go on, but we are working toward, I can assure you, we are working towards some type of coronation. It might be an event where you can actually come to with your mask on, or it might be something virtually. Either way, the public will not be left out.
You know, he mentioned with the mask on. I'll be really interested in seeing that, Kimberly.
Me too. I mean, we see a lot.
See it?
Yeah, because we've seen masks reach the runway already.
Course.
So why not?
And quite trendy.
Yeah. So why not, right?
Yes, Kim, I think I'd love to see you on the red carpet.
Oh, well, you never know, right? You never know what can happen.
Yes,
Awesome.
So any last words from you, Stevie?
I just want to say thank you to both of you, and by extension to all of our media friends and partners, and to all of Trinidad and Tobago who have welcomed the national executive, the new wave of women in pageantry. You've been very kind to us. You've been very supportive by ways of your social media commentary, because you do know how nasty the environment could get.
Yep.
And I really thank God. You know, we're not immune to it, but I think we must do this together, as we do so many other things together, because at the end of the day, when that young woman wears a sash across her chest, she's not representing, she's no longer representing a franchise, but all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
So we love you, and stay with us on the journey, because we are in this together.
And tell us where we could find you guys on social media.
Absolutely. All of our platforms, the handle is at Miss Supranational TT. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Our telephone numbers are there. We are reachable. Listen, join the Supra family. Join the Supra family.
So thank you so much for joining us, Stephen Jones. He is the franchise director of Miss Supranational Trinidad and Tobago.
And I think one of the best things I heard from that entire interview is this: Corona did not win, and she will not win. I love that. I love that. Great
I love
mindset.
the spirit. I love the spirit.
So guys, thank you so much. We will be right back out.